Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. All right, hello everybody. We're out here a little bit east of Tescott, Kansas. Just got here this morning. It's kind of chilly out. I was hoping that would keep the crowds down. It's supposed to rain later today. I came for a couple particular vehicles. Just at a glance, they're not as good as I was hoping. But anyway, let's see what they have for today. I'm gonna skip over the stuff that I don't care about, which is all the farm equipment. So I looked this little Nissan up. It's obviously rough, but parting out wise, it looks like they do okay. Just simply because they don't make those parts anymore. It's sure reminiscent of a Datsun. Maybe they're similar, you know, being a Nissan. So it's really hard to navigate a auction because, like, if there's one particular vehicle that you really want, but the prices are good on other vehicles, but you only have a one car trailer, you really have to pick and choose what you're going to bid on. You kind of wish they'd start at the best and work their way down, because there's a chance that you lose out on everything because you waited for the one you wanted and then you didn't win it. So for me, this one's an option just to part out. I don't even know the story of this auction. I'm just assuming the guy died and kids don't want to deal with it anymore. It's usually what the deal is. A lot of farm equipment. On these big, like 1-ton trucks, it seems that generally the cab is the same as a 1/2 ton, but like the front clip is different. But I don't even think that's true for all of them. Like this Chevy, I don't think that's the case. But I've always been tempted to buy, you know, like the grill pieces and the headlight bezels and things like that off of them that'll work on a 1/2 ton, but I never know if they will work for a 1/2 ton. So I haven't ever made the plunge. Internationals, they're really not my jam. I have sold those headlight bezels before. But look at that funny little patch job. Glue and rivets. So this was one reason I came, was for this C10, but it's obviously a lot rougher than I thought it was. It's just a typical hammered on farm truck, multicolored. The bed's all crushed in. I don't know if that's 4-speed, 3-speed, probably 4. It's probably just got a 350, it doesn't even matter. I don't even know if I'd bid on that. All the parts are remade on these trucks. Every panel is pretty much hammered. That door's decent. Cab corners are completely blown out. Both front fenders have damage. The grill's not good. I don't know. Unless it's like $125, I'm probably not going to bid on that. So same question on these. I don't know if like these big Dodge headlight bezels work on a 1/2 ton. I wish I had a 1/2 ton and one of these big dogs side by side, because you could probably sell those for $50 a piece or something. I don't know. Poly 318. I do like these Dodge trucks. The half tons are cool. They just have cool lines, you know, the swept line. And I actually prefer this year, or these years. It's the earlier, what is it, 60, I can't remember, 64 and 5 have the like triangular lights on the front. I think that's the least desirable for most, but I like them just because it's so weird. I don't know what that extra Dodge hood is doing there. This flatbed's pretty clean. Awesome color. D500. I don't even know if a big block ever came in these, but I don't know if I can get the hood open on it or not. Oh no, I already tried it earlier. That one's cool. Not a jam for me, but more farm equipment. Obviously the scrap guys are going to show up today. Sometimes we can just pillage off of them, you know, once they buy the whole pile of scrap, then we go and pay them some money and, you know, pick through the stuff we want. There's some feeders, got some gates. Those aren't cheap if you go buy those new, so coming to a farm auction, that's a good place to get them. Big old grain truck. That grill smashed in. That thing probably runs. That's pretty cool. Cool styling. Kind of like the brutalist style. Architecture. Oh yeah, this thing's awesome. Look at that. Weight adjuster level. Some type of shock system on the seats. That's cool. That'd be good for some farmer. I don't know anything about tractors. You'll have to tell me. More farm equipment. I know there's some more vehicles back here. There's a old Ford truck. I think they said it's a 74. There's a square body Chevy. I'm really kind of only interested if they're four-wheel drive, just because the two-wheel drive ones are a dime a dozen. Four-wheel drives tend to hold more value, but I'm sure they're rough as well. Here's all your smalls, tools and stuff. Go ahead. I assume the square body's part of the cell. Sometimes you find good stuff in the dumpster. funny. One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's true, especially in the car parts. People just think it's junk, and sometimes it's some pretty high dollar stuff they've thrown away. All right, grill's busted up. Four-wheel drive, yes. I already have one at home, and I don't even think I've sold one thing off of it. So I did come interested in this truck, but gosh, why? I just love the square bodies. I mean, there's very few parts you can actually part out of them because they're so simple, and they remake all the parts for these. So not for sale. There you go. I wondered. I see. It's hard to tell where one pile ends and the next one starts.
I know it.
Cool old barn. There's not a lot I'm interested in. Maybe Tim was right. He wasn't thinking this was going to be a very good sell. He wasn't interested in coming because he's at a real big one up in Nebraska. Look at that teensy little bouncy horse. That's cool. Cool light. Kind of Art Deco-y. Who knows if that's for sale? I think those are part of it. Oh man, this is cool. Look at that. Basketball hoop. Got the free throw line right there. That's cool. Is that an old Honda? I can't tell. Kawasaki. Not interested. You can get nice ones that run for cheap, so why buy one for 150? What is that? Some type of automotive pit? It's weird. Alright, two-wheel drive. Actually looks decent. Inside at least. So it's probably not something I want to bid on, being two-wheel drive. What if the price is right? Because, well, the grill's busted. There's some good trim on it. We'll have to see. Big old silage pit. The big one. Think this one's on the sale?
I don't know. It's a shame it's not a two-door.
I agree. I didn't see it advertised as being part of it.
At first, looking at it from that side, I thought, hey, look, no GTO.
That's what I thought.
And no.
Four-door Tempest.
Yeah, see, it's got 326 on it.
Yeah.
That's probably their smallest V8 they make.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's part of the sale. I don't think that's part of the sale either. There's a bunch of scrap in the woods. Even in the pictures, I didn't see really anything in the scrap piles that I'd be interested in. Normally there's car parts and tailgates and stuff, but there's just not much of that. Tim was right. I won't take much video of that because I don't think it's part of the sale. I gotta keep trucking down hill, I guess. Let me check in this barn real quick. Here's a few car parts. Gotta take a big old whiz. We got all the food set up in here. Nothing for sale. I was also hoping to find some old shelving. I always need more shelving, and I'm not going to pay premium for it because shelves are expensive. Alright, so there was a Datsun 1200 down here that I was interested in just for parting out purposes. The roof was crushed in. And there's old like 47 to 53 Chevy truck cab. If it's clean, it might be worth picking up. So we'll see. Man, I really feel like I wasted my time coming up here. It took 2 hours to get here. What do you do? We're here. We'll just see how it plays out. There's some crap out in those trees too. Well, that cab's hammered, and it's looking like it's a 54. Let me see. Maybe not. 47 to 53. So you could sell the windshield trim. Sells pretty good. The inner door trim. It's only intact on the passenger side. But there's no rear axle. So you're gonna fight loading it. That's a big, probably 3/4 ton 8 lug. S10 Blazer. I thought I'd be okay buying it if it's cheap to part out. But it's really hammered. Yeah, I don't think I'm too interested in that. This Datsun's interesting. Honeybee. I don't know if that's a package or what. And it is so hammered. Oh gosh. It's missing the front tire. Crushed everywhere. Oh, Datsun B210. That one doesn't even have a tire or anything on it. So I don't think I want that one either, dang it. And let's go see the scrap back here. I doubt it's any good. So I poke my eye out coming through. Real old stuff back here. Scrap guys will be happy. What's that say? Keep hands away from gears, sprockets, chains, and all moving parts while machines in motion. Yeah, so you don't get your arm yanked off, fingers chopped off. And here we are 100 years later, and we're still getting arms yanked off and fingers chopped off. I'm a safety guy by profession, and it makes me so mad that it still happens. We have enough engineering controls in this world that we can protect these guys so they can unjam these machines safely. But nope, they're still getting hurt, they're still getting killed. It's ridiculous. When I worked for OSHA, we had a guy that got wrapped up in a drive line on like a PTO drive line on a tractor. Died. That's a bad way to go. All right, let's see what happens at the auction.
What would she be? 70s? Yeah. 74?
74.
Probably a 74 Ford.
Okay, 74 Ford. They have a title, right, Bob?
They tell me there's a title. I didn't have to check them. She just brought them in. But she said there's a title.
And there's a title, that truck.
Ford, no baby.
74 Ford F250 right there on that F250 right there. Get 500. Give it 500. 495 500. When it won't not 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 straight cab there, guys. But 495 500. When it won't not 500. When it won't not 5 and 600. When it 5 not 600. When it 5 and 600. When it 5 not 650. Get 5 and 600. When it 5 and 600. When it 5 and 650. Get 5 and 600. When it 5 not 600. When it 5 and 600. Check now 7. Get 7. Get 7. Now 8. Get 800. Give it 8. Get 8. Now 9. Put it 9 now 1,000. Put it 1,000. 1,000. Put it 1,000. 11. 11. 12. Put 1,200. 12 and 1,300. 13. 1,400. Put it 14. 1,500. Put it 15. 1,600. Put it 15. 1,600. Put it 15. 1,600. Put it 15. 16. Give it 16. Put it 16. Put it 15. 1,600. Put it 15. 16. Give it 16. Put it 16. Put it 15. 16. Give it 16. Put it 15. 1,600. So like $1,500.
Ooh, mama, $1,500. Two-wheel drive. Yeesh.
No title, you're buying it just like it says right there.
See, Zach's not scared to walk all the way back there.
Nope, you gotta buy a car just like it
You
says
go
right
right
there.
there easily to ask them.
Well, I wanted to. Let's see if Burt Reynolds was still in that thing. 100, 150, put 100, 150, 150, 200, 250, 300, give it 300, 250, 300, bid it 50, 300, bid 250, 300, give it a get 250, 300, bid it 50, 300, give it a get 250, 300, it's a lot,
250 bucks.
200, give it a get 200 bucks, 100, not quarter, put it on 25, put 100, 25 and 50, 75, 200, not quarter, put it 50, 250, 75, give it a 75, put it 50, 75, put it 50, 75, 75, 50, 50, 75, put it give it 75, so like 250, 28, 250,
Bucks, that's
28. Dotson B210 by the Pennsylvania tag. Look, that thing come from the east, Dale.
Look like we need to send it back.
Look at the tag right over there, buddy. Got a lot of Dotson right here. Got 15.
Dropped it out of an airplane.
50, 50, 75, 200, get a big quarter, 225, and a 50. 50, 50, 75. Get a big 50, 275. But a big 50, 75, 75, and a big 50, 75. So like 350.
So
250, 28.
Or buy just a truck? Fellas, guys.
You want to buy a truck out there, guys? It's Don. I'm going to sell you a group. You want to buy a truck separate? You're getting your own. Rim, truck, group iron right back here. Right behind the swather this way. You're getting all that iron, the truck cab and all right there. 200. Give it a get two, get it a get two, get two. Yep. 250, 300. Bid it 300. Give it a 50, 300. Bid 250, 300. Bid it a 50, 75, not 75, and 50, 225. Bid it a 50, 275, 300, a quarter, but 325. Get 300, 325. Get 3 and a quarter, 325, and 300, 325, 325. So about $300.
300 bucks.
Nelson fuel pump or something. I think it's probably running. They had it running.
They had it running, guys. They had it running. They,
It was out of fuel. We did put some in. We never could get it.
they never could get it to pick up the fuel. It's probably going to take a fuel pump. There is a title for this, so I'm sure. There is a title for this. Buy that Nissan right there. Buy that Nissan right there. What year would it be? 90-something? Go to buy the Nissan. Somebody give 1,000. 750. 500, guys. 500, 500, 250, 300, 300 here, buy it about 300, 2.5, 300, $300 here, buy it about 300, 300 here, now I have 350, 350, 350, 400, 400 here, 450, 450 here, better go by 450. 450 here, better go by 450. 450 here, better go by 450. 450 here, better go by 4.5 swing, 450. 450 here, better go by 450. 450 here, better go by 450 here, better go by 4.5. 450 here, better go by 450. 450 here, better go by 400. 450 here, better go by 450. So $400 for number
400.
58 or 59. Bob, what do you know about this? No break. No break.
Huh, all going no whoa.
That's right. Well, you got to get the bar, guys, when you stick that through that brake pedal. Huh.
They off. They might be a liability.
Oh, I'm sorry. 59. Pretty straight old truck right there. Yeah, right. You got the title,
What they
no
do in
brakes,
Tescott.
no run. $1,000 bill. 500. 500. 2.5. 3. 300. 250. 350. 4. 4.5. 5. 5. 550. 600. 650. 7. 7.5. 750 here. About 8. 8.5. 850 here. Got to be a quarter. 8 1/4. 825 here. About to make 25. 825 here. About to make 25. 825 here. 825 here, about to make 25. 800, 825 here, about to make 100, 825 here, about to 825. No, I can tell you it was setting up here when we drove up. Got a beat box on the back of it right there, 1,000, 750, 5, 500, 2, 3, 300, 2 and 3, 300 here, about 350, 4, 400, 400, 400, now half, 450, 5. 5 here, 5.5 here, 600. 600 here, 650, 7. 700, 7.5 here, 800 here, 850. 850, 900 here, about 9.5. 9.5 here, about 950. 950 here, about 950. 900 and a half here, betting about 950. 900 and a half here, betting about 950 here, betting about 9.5. 900 and a half here, betting about 1969. 500 on this, 500, 250, 3, 300, 300 and a half, 350, 4, 4.5, 450, 5, 5.5, 550, 550, 5, got to be a quarter, 5 1/4, 525, 525 here, body about 525, 500, 525 here, body about 525, 500, 525 here, body about 500, 525, so that's 500 the number.
You do something with that cigarette, please.
Yeah, get your cigarettes out of here. We can't stand the smoke, guys. I'm sorry, but we can't stand it. Flatbed. 64 Dodge with a flatbed right there. 1,000, 5, 6, 600, 5 and 600, 600, 5 and 600, 600 out of here, about it was 600, 5 and 600 here, now 7, 8, 800, 800, 9, 1,000 here, about it was 1,000, 900, 1,000 here, about it was 1,000, 1,000 here, about it was 9, 1,000 here, about it was 900, 1,000, 9, got to be a half here, 950, 950 here, about it was 900 and a half here, about it was 950 here, about it was 950, 900 and a half, 950, sold it,
900, big block, D500.
Oops, sorry. 1976. Did you guys run her around at all? Yeah, we can. Tag out here. Tag out here. 51869.
Air brakes work. 76 Chevy, 51,689 is what it's showing. This twin screw. You're getting the title.
We'll have to mail you the title.
They'll mail you the title because the title is on the way.
You haven't got it here from the state yet. It's going to mail you the title.
76 Chevy, twin screw.
Mine are like the same.
Buy a truck just like it says right there. Give 4,000. Give it 4,000. 3,500. 4,000. Bit 3,500. 4,000. Bit 3,500. 4,000. 2,000. 2,500. Get a 2,000. 2,500. Bit 2,000. Money's on. 2,500. Get 2,000. 2,500. Bit 2,000. 2,500. Now 3,000. Bit 2,500. 3,000. 35. Get a 3,000. 3,500. 3,250. 3,500. Get 3,500. Bit 3,500.
Yep.
Get 3,500. Bit 3,250. 3,500. Give it 3,250. 3,500. Put a 3,250. 35. Get a 3,500. Put 3,500. Get a 3,500. Put a 3,250. 35. All I get 3,500. Put a 3,500. Put 30. I get 31. 3,500. Put 3,500. Put a 3,250, 3,500. Put a 3,250, 3,500. Put a 3,250, 3,500. Get 3,500. 3,500. 35. 35. Gotta be 3,500. Put 3,500. Get a 30.
35.
3,500.
Yo!
35. You do it?
Yo!
35. 750. Get 3750. 36,000. Get 36 and 7. Bid 3,700. Get a 3,700. Bid 36 up 3,700. Get a 36 and 37. 36 bid 3,700.
3,600.
White 2 155. 7661 is what it's showing on the hour meter. 7661, that's what it shows on the hour meter right there. White 2 155 right there. Give 5,000. Give it a 5,000. 4,500. Give it a 4,500. 25, 3,000. Bid 2,500, 3,000. Bid 2,500, 3,000. Bid 2,500, now 3, get 3, get yep. 3, 3,500, 3,500, 3,000, 3,500. Get to the divide, now 4,000, 4,500. Bid 4,000, 4,500, and 5,000, 5,500. Bid 5,500. Bid 5,000, 5,500. Bid 5,000, 55. Bid 5,500. Bid 5,000, 5,500. Bid 5,000, 5,500. Give it 55 and 5,000, 55. Bid 5,000, 5,500. Bid 5,500. Bid 5,000, 50. My way up front, get 5,000, 5,500. Bid 5,500. Bid 5,500. All I get 5,500. Bid 5,250. Bid 5,250. 55. 500, want to be there, 750. Bid of 5,500, 750, 50, 750. So about $5,500. 20.
This 47 to 54 Chevy truck tailgate. Bought it for 50. I could probably get 250 out of it. It's got some dents and whammos in it, but it's fairly decent. Somebody will want it, even if they just make a bench out of it. But so I at least made my money back from this trip, plus a little. So I guess overall it was a good trip, pretty easy going. Just hope we make it home safe, and on to the next auction.
Peace out, homies.